Playing Spider-Man in Marvel Rivals sucks. He's got the same amount of health as a wet sock, and he does just about as much damage as one too. His current team up with Johnny Storm is utterly useless, leaving most high-level Spider-Man players completely in the dark as to how they can use it optimally. The Venom team up was taken away a long time ago, leaving a hole in every Spider-Man player's heart. Necros, one of the only streamers known for playing Spider-Man, has completely abandoned the character.
Playing this character is a complete chore. I hate playing Spider-Man. I don't play him anymore because he just isn't fun.
There is only one benefit to playing Spider-Man, and it's the skins. And you know me, I'm rubbing my hands together in delight, looking at my 12 skins, while everybody else only has 4 or 6 measly little skins. And you know what? I have so many skins that I think it's time I start doing a video I've wanted to do for a long time. Let's rank all the Spider-Man skins in a tier list. First tier. I call this tier a shit skin for a shit DPS. There's only one skin here, and that skin is the black and gold skin. This skin is so ass. Don't let the black and gold color palette fool you. This skin is carried by its colorway. And I mean, it's a nice set of colors. You have black on most of the costume, the gold is clearly the secondary color, and then you have some splashes of maroon in there, like on the eyes. But the gold is placed so senselessly. Let's look on the back, for example. The entirety of the back logo is covered in gold. Let's look at the default Rivals suit, since this is the base for this one. The back logo on that suit uses black to border the red logo, which helps it stick out, I guess. This recolor pisses that idea into the wind by making all of it gold. It heavily obscures the logo, especially during movement. It just becomes a giant blur of gold all over Spider-Man. I really think this skin could have been so much better if they were just sparing with the gold. They didn't need to cover the back logo in gold. They didn't need to cover the underarms in gold. They didn't need to highlight the thighs in gold, because all this does is make the over-designed portions of this suit so much more visible. If you were going to highlight something on Spider-Man, why not choose one of the parts of the costume that make him the most unique, like, I don't know, the webbing? Nah, let's highlight the super paneled portions. You know, the pieces of his costume that make him look just like everybody else? Anyway, that's all for this tier. The next one is entirely populated by recolors. I really like the Chasm skin. I know it isn't the Chasm, it's just a recolor made to look like Chasm. I mean, I like the color palette. The purple and the green look really nice against each other. The worst part about it is probably the gray portions on the back of the arm. I think that's really ugly. It doesn't feel like a choice made out of respect for the original costume. It just feels like something they just wanted to do for no reason. Honestly, they don't even make an attempt at recreating the formatting of the original Chasm suit. This is what it would look like if it actually did. I like this Chasm skin, but it had so much more potential than what this shows us. The Scarlet Spider has to be the best Spider-Man recolor. Unlike the Chasm recolor, it seriously tries to look like the Scarlet Spider costume. It limits the black to the bust of the costume, just like the real thing. It's got the black fingers, just like the real thing. It's so goddamn good that they limit it to PlayStation players. I got a PlayStation account on Marvel Rivals just so I could have the damn thing. And I never get to use it! The only weird part about this suit is that it keeps the webbing. The original didn't have webbing. But hey, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I think it looks awesome. And that's every skin in this tier. I dubbed this tier the mid tier. And now, let's move on to greener pastures. Redder pastures. Red with webbing pasture. Fuck this shit. The Future Foundation suit has to be one of the biggest fumbles in all of Marvel Rivals history. The original Future Foundation is a very simple costume. Spider-Man's sides are lined with black, and that black flows onto his palms and his boots. The spider logo is made of hexagons on the chest, and the legs are spread out across the costume. The Rivals version, by comparison, knocks out 2 out of 3 of those ideas. The black side lining stops at the calf, and the front logo has this ugly hexagon placard put over it. Why would you do that? It doesn't even look like a spider logo anymore. It looks like a penis! At least you're gonna be looking at the back of this thing most of the time. The back logo is pretty sick. But this suit is just really weird. It takes the subtlety of the original and it breaks it over its knee, while at the same time overdoing all the things the original was already trying to do. It'll get rid of the spider hexagon logo and instead replace it with this ugly thing, but they'll fill the eyes with hexagons. They'll give him a belt that says FF on it, in case you forgot he was from the Future Foundation. This suit is just trying too hard. I mean, it's a Marvel Rivals suit. What did I expect? Also, I feel the same way about the black version as I do the white version. Spider-Punk 2099 is it's an interesting skin. I've talked about it before. I've made my complaints about it. The front logo on it is really weird. It looks like it has 10 spider legs. It looks like a camel spider. What? You're scared of pictures of spiders? You're watching a Spider-Man channel, for God's sake. What are you doing? Spiders are cool, and I will make you look at them. The spider-esque logo on the helmet is so strange, and I only call it spider-esque because I only count 6 legs. And I wouldn't call these things around the mouth part the 4th set of legs. Those look more like chelicerae to me. But anyway, enough spider talk. You're playing the game, you're looking at this costume from the back. What do you see? You get a nice look at Spidey's webbed arms. You get a look at all his various spikes all over the costume. You know, I'm really missing the original back logo that Spider-Punk had. This costume is just alright for me. I don't really care for it. And that makes sense because we are coming up on the middle of the list. The Spider Oni suit is the last suit in this tier. Once again, I'm not crazy about it. I mean, hey, does it look like an Oni? Yes, it does. Does it have some spidery elements on it? Yeah, it does. He's got a front and back logo. Both of them look very spiffy. The mask does a little more for the suit, giving him some Spider-Man shaped lenses and some chelicerae around the mouth parts. But other than that, this suit is just kind of basic. The jumpsuit is mostly black and there's not a lot of formatting on it other than these green things up on the chest. There is the candy belt. Is that what that is? What is up with this? It's a candy belt.
Candy boy, why you got so many belt?
Alright, we have officially made it out of the good butt tier. That's a great name, right? Anyway, sorry guys, I run on coffee. I just need a second. I really hope I don't start farting during the record. Coming up, we have the default Spider-Man outfit. I feel like I've been talking about this same suit for a decade already. I mean, you guys already know the deal with this suit. It's so over-designed, and I would know because I made it myself. Blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you what, though. 6th place isn't so bad, huh? So what made me like this suit enough to put it here? Well, I'll tell you a secret. Anything that remotely resembles the classic suit with some good colors is going to get a pass from me. But not the Stark suit. We're going through a thing right now. The Rivals suit has a bright red and it's got a really bright blue. The lenses on the mask are incredible given their shape and size. They have this really strong wing which comes down into a pinch as you get closer to the nose. It's good looking stuff. Sorry guys, my house was about to get drone struck. But aside from the lenses, it's also kind of nice to see some black on a classic-esque Spider-Man suit. I will complain about how over-designed this costume is, but it's a Marvel Rivals skin, so you know it has enough visual sauce to get away with it. And that is proven no better than by the MCU Iron Spider. The MCU Iron Spider is one of the most hated costumes in all of the Spider fan community. If you like this costume, you are probably the only person you know that likes it. And you probably don't even know anybody else that likes it either, unless it's the Rivals version. The MCU Iron Spider is so goddamn dull. It's so boring, it's so desaturated that it's visually boring to look at. And Marvel Rivals knew that because their version is so much more saturated. It's got a brighter red, it's got a gold that actually stands out, and it's got a navy blue on it that's not so dark. It does wonders for the suit's formatting, because now you can finally see the design of it because it's not so goddamn murky. Yes, the pants are covered in these stupid lines, but the back logo just has an incredible way of transitioning onto the front and vice versa. Notice how the blue spider on the front goes over the shoulder and eventually becomes the space in between the spider legs on the back. That's pretty cool, right? I can appreciate that so much more now, considering I'm not looking at muddy garbage. I was really worried about how Marvel Rivals was going to do the black suit. I was worried that it was going to have a million lines all over it, and it was going to have a bunch of other bullshit on it as well. All I was hoping for was an all-black suit with a really nice set of white spider logos on it. And I got exactly that. It's definitely not the first symbiote design to take the spider legs over the shoulders, but it does have this unique bleeding effect on the spider lenses that take the white from them and just sort of drag them across the side of Spider-Man's head. It's kind of cool. The logos look really cool, although there is this weird little hanger piece coming off the spider logo. Why is the letter J on my suit? I know some symbiote purists out there were really unhappy that the legs of the symbiote went over the shoulder. I don't care about that sort of thing. I just really wanted a nice spider logo. But if you do care about that sort of thing, you should check out this video by Godzilla Mendoza. It's really informative. And with that, we break out of the worth it tier. I would consider every skin in this section to be worth having. Well, I mean, you can't really take the default skin off of your account, so that one is all right. We now approach the peak of this list, and everything up here I would consider to be peak. The Bagman Beyond suit is really charming. It's a low effort, comfortable Spider-Man outfit. I love those kinds of things. I mean, look at me. Peter's got his signature paper bag. He's got his ESU hoodie with a million pockets on it for some reason. I mean, look at this guy. He's pocket mogging me. And some big baggy sweatpants. And to top it all off, the in-game model actually gives us a pretty good look at Peter's handsome mug. Nice. One of my favorite parts of this suit has to be the original Bagman keychain. I'm so glad that they found a way to naturally reference this suit's ancestor. Turning it into a keychain on the bag is so smart, and if you have the Mary Jane accessory equipped, they sit next to each other on the bag. That's so cute. Me personally, I never take mine off because I never want to see the two of them apart. I love the taped on web shooters. It really adds to the scrappiness of the costume. I love the bare feet, which allows Peter to use his sticky powers unencumbered because it's a little harder for him with his shoes on. Coming up on the number 2 spot, we have a classic-esque suit. I mean, are you really surprised? Marvel Rivals has already shown you that they can turn over-designed crap into gold. So obviously, they can take a design that's pretty good and make it even better. The Advanced 2.0's complicated seam work is much less noticeable here. If I miss anything about the original, it has to be Insomniac's habit of adding high detail fabric texturing, but let's be honest, I'm never going to see this suit up close in gameplay, so I'm not missing out on much. But otherwise, it's a great rendition. The body type of Insomniac's Spider-Man, he's a very rectangularly built guy, and the Marvel Rivals Spider-Man build is just so much more interesting to look at. The big white spider can actually spread across a dynamic body shape. This Spider-Man build has more of a slutty waist with pointed shoulders, and he's got a bigger, wider chest with a bigger back. I'm still reminded that the advanced suits usually lack a lot of red at the lower portions of the costume, which throws off the color balance, and that does upset me. But the Marvel Rivals sauce makes it so much harder to notice. And now, here we are, at the very top of the list. My favorite suit in Marvel Rivals has to be one that's not even out yet. The Man Spider. Look, it's got the classic suit on it, alright? I don't need to have it to know that it's gonna be my favorite. Especially when the classic suit on him looks so good, man. One small detail I love about this costume is that they bring the webbing of the costume onto the feet of the suit. We've seen some other Spider-Man costumes do this, but it's very rare. Usually the soles are just plain old red, like the back logo. But here, the webbing is brought onto the bottoms of the feet, which I welcome. The back logo looks really good, and that's all that matters considering you're going to be looking at this most of the time in gameplay. The front logo is decent. It's just really, really squished, man. You guys love doing big, sprawling spiders, and all of a sudden you get to the classic suit and you don't want to do it anymore? Maybe they're trying to keep it in line with the back logo's shorter legs. I don't know. I do like this costume, but I have to say I'm worried that it looks a little better in the concept art. Something about the lenses look a little nicer. The wings of the lenses actually take off more of their own shape in the concept art as opposed to the real thing, which makes it look like the wing is so much more connected to the eye. I kind of don't like that, but I think as soon as we see the eye actually move around and emote in gameplay, it'll look much nicer. Kind of like how the lenses on the Rivals classic suit don't really look like how they look on, the standing Spidey shot. The concept art version of the Man Spider had a better chest logo placement, putting it right up here as opposed to the real thing, which puts it like on his sternum. Complaints aside, I love this thing, and I am very, very excited to have my hands on any form of the classic suit. And that was my list. What did you guys think? Be sure to let me know in the comments below how you would rank these, and you can even do your own ranking if you use this link in the description below. And if you want to see me wear the Man Spider skin when it finally comes out, I'm going to be doing a live stream the second it drops, so be there. All you have to do is go over to the live streaming tab on my channel, find the stream, and set the reminder. I will also put the stream in the link in the description. And if you want to support me and you don't play Marvel Rivals, you can use my Fortnite creator code, AmazingPSM. It kicks me a lot of money, which I use on all sorts of things, like making costumes, making my Spider-Man show, justifying being a YouTuber as a job. If you want another way to support me that actually directly benefits you, you can join the channel. All you have to do is click that join button right next to the subscribe button, and you will get access to a members only Discord, which allows you to see all the stuff I'm doing behind the scenes, like working on my Spider-Man show, costumes, etc. But if you would actually like something a little more materialistic, you can pick up my Spider merch. We have some new merch drops in the shop. If you like them, please be sure to check them out. And, if you get these, they kick a little bit of money my way. And, I like to give you guys some nice Spider shirts to wear. I think it's cool. But anyway, that was all from me, your good pal PSM, and I will see you next time. And don't forget, when you're playing as Spider-Man and you beat a Namor on the enemy team, always remember to say the most heinous thing you can think of in the chat, because fuck Namor.